Everybody, check. Oh, there you see him up there? Yep. Oh, that was me. That's me. See, I wanted to say, hey, it's me again. Why don't you tell everybody how you got into breakdancing and what are you doing now?
Let's see, I started back in '83 and I learned from the very first breaker in the Pacific Northwest, sitting right over here, Junior Alfeo. You guys, but this is where it all started. You guys are out here doing your power lines, all your different moves, but right here, that's a royalty right there. He taught me my windmills, and after that, I just started picking up different other moves and took it to a different level. And now, I don't know how breakdancing helped me, but I'm a commercial journeyman plumber. I don't know, Roto-Root or something or another.
All right, and I'm going to bring you back up to introduce one of our biggest celebrities here. But Junior, come up here, Junior. I remember him as a little kid. Everywhere I went and I looked around, he was right behind me. He was like my shadow. One of the nicest guys ever, man. And I'll never forget how kind you were. Because back in those days, there was so much hating going on. Wherever I went, people would go whack, whack, whack. And it would really bother me. But Sir Mix-a-Lot would tell me, hey man, let them call you whack, man. Let that make you stronger and prove to them that you're not whack. And that's what I did, you know. And I used to always try to pretend I was from New York, so I would talk like this, like I'm from New York, the Bronx. And Mix-a-Lot, it was really thanks to Mix-a-Lot that he said, Ness, you're from Seattle, 206. And if you notice on his rhymes, he talks about Seattle. And because of him, I always talk about Seattle. And now, I'm so proud to be from Seattle. 206, right? So Junior, you're a grown-up man now, man. I can't believe it. Gosh. How'd you get into it, man? What are you doing now?
Well, it all started back in neighborhood and church of the Twins, where it was a talent show where, you know,
hey, speak up, bro!
everything.
Yeah, hear you. Come on.
That's where it all began, and then I started with Emerald City Breakers. I started that out. I had Carlos and I had Ziggy before they went on their own and started their own thing. But actually, it was my brothers and uncles and cousins who was the first group. That was about it.
All right. All right, Carlos, I want you to introduce you to the next guy. All right? And I'm going to tell you, the guy he's about to announce, years ago I heard a rumor that this guy died in a surfing accident, and I just sat there crying, man. I really believed it was true. And then a few years later, he pops up on Facebook to add him as a friend. I go, what? He goes, hey, yes, I'm not dead, I'm alive. So why don't you tell everybody who I'm talking about?
Well, if you look at the shirts, it says the return of Ziggy, because for the longest time, the rumor was he died in a surfing accident. He got in a fight with a shark, and he got the best of him, but then again he didn't. And so we had this idea. Well, actually, I got a hold of his cousin, nephew Patrick. I said, hey man, I'm really sorry to hear about Ziggy. He goes, oh, why? I said, well, because, you know, this and that. He goes, well, you want to talk to him? I said, what? And so after that, we started putting everybody together with the help of David Toledo, Pablo, and before you know it, this thing just started rolling like a big snowball going down a hill, and here we are today. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce my little brother, Mr. Ziggy Zigzag.
So, I'm a bit sentimental, you know. Though I reside in Hawaii, Seatown's my home. When I flew in, I was crying. So I knew I'd be able to come here and see all my legendary friends right out here. And we get to take that legacy that we created, and we get to throw it down for all these young cats.
You know it!
So all of the loved ones that we lost. Because there's so many. Our brother Jay Baker, that's what Take brothers. A lot of people didn't realize, but see, a lot of us lived off the streets. That's where we came from. And we weren't, it's not that we had houses, we had condos and all that like nowadays and stuff. No, some of us lived on the streets. Me and Jay slept under the Space Needle many times, you know? It's a trip because that's how we earned our money. We're street dancers, we turned it into breaking, and we became peacemakers, regulators. Because hip hop is our religion. And that's how we all become one, you know? Peace, unity, and having fun right here on this floor. So I just want to tell C-Town, I love you, C-Town. This is my home.
How you doing? I'm David Toledo. I guess I gotta hold the mic. Hello? So next up, we wanted to introduce the mighty Spencer Reed from the Royal Rockers.
Excuse me if I don't stand, but you see what it is, but I love breaking too. I've been back there, you know, from like 83. And the best advice I got for all these youngsters now is don't do it during class. Wait till after class and do it. Because I used to do it all day. If I wasn't breaking, I was on a skateboard. So yeah, it's been fun, and let's keep it like that.
Now, I know everybody's going to be crazy excited to hear the next person. If you know Seattle City Breakers, if you know Floor Rockers, if you know breaking in general, you know who Danny Molino is.
I just give my shout out, you know, back in the days, like you said, everybody started out, just watching videos and learning from all that stuff, and it keeps you off the streets, breaking and stuff like that. So now that these breakers nowadays, they're more acrobatical, and you guys are doing a lot of crazy stuff out here, to make us look bad. So, so I'm just glad that the B-boys are just, still hanging out here in Seattle, so that's pretty much it.
So now you've heard from some of the old school cats up here, but Seattle is still very vibrant as far as the hip hop community, and the people responsible for a lot of that is 206 Zulu. So we got right here King Chasm from 206 Zulu. Want to give him some respect and hear a few things from him.
Peace, everyone. This is definitely an honor to be here. This is a very spiritual moment for me. I think everybody here should relish in this time.
What's he gonna do? Eat the microphone?
I feel just, much respect to all the people who paved the way, foundation for us to do what we do. Hip hop is a universal culture that brings us together, and it's the energy, the spirituality of peace, unity, love, and having fun, which is the principles in which we stand by. And it's just a beautiful thing to see this thing that we're so passionate about transpire 20, 30 years later in full force as it is across the world, transforming lives for the better. So all praise due. I gotta just say, much respect to all the pioneers, everybody that paved the way. It's definitely a beautiful, beautiful evening. Peace.
So just a couple more things before we get to the showcase. First of all, I'm sure you saw at the front door, it's free, it's a free event, but that doesn't mean it was free for us to be here. So if you can help out with donations, there's buckets at the front door and in the kitchen. But real quickly, we're gonna just take another minute to celebrate a few people. And I just wanted to say that it's a beautiful thing to see the family come together like this. So many really old friends, and I just want you to realize that there's a shared community. There's a bond that you're not going to have with friends from work or wherever you're at this stage in life. The bond that was put together 30 years ago, you're not going to be able to duplicate that. So it's just a beautiful thing to be here. And part of the sponsorship tonight is Unified Outreach. It's a nonprofit arts program. And we got together, put together some awards for some of the special people that are here tonight. So we're just going to take a couple more minutes, call out a few more names. Can we get Specs Wizard up here? I'm also going to need Cream up here. He's right there. All right. I'm going to need, let me see, Slam-A-Lot, you got to stay up here. I'm going to need Danny Moe. Going to need Sam Sneak up here. And I'm going to need Ness up here. Okay, so we're good. It's crowded, but it's nice. So each award has its own color, and each one represents the heart of hip-hop. So the red symbolizes energy, strength, and power, and determination. So I think his name says it all, the epitome of power, Sir Slam-A-Lot, Carlos Barrientos. The next award, yellow, symbolizes joy, happiness, intellect, and energy. And if any of you ever saw him at a club or on the floor, you know that he embodies fun, happiness, and joy. You know him, you love him. The mighty Spencer Reed! The orange award combines the energy of red and the happiness of yellow, representing creativity, enthusiasm, and overall gold standard. The next award, orange, goes to Ziggy Zigzag. The white award, representing purity and called the color of perfection. In the 1980s, there was no one in Seattle that represented pure b-boy style better than Demo Danny Molino. The dark blue award symbolizes trust, loyalty, wisdom, and knowledge. He's been here from the start. He continues to be a major player on the hip-hop scene, world-renowned and representing the Seattle Circuit Breakers, MC Scrambling Feet, Danny D-Rock, DJ Mr. Supreme! The light blue award symbolizing movement and flow, tranquility and understanding. His style is as fresh today as it was 20 years ago. Iconic graffiti artist extraordinaire, Sam Sneak, representing DBS Group. The purple award, associated with royalty, symbolizes creativity, mystery, and magic. 30 years on the hip-hop scene, MC, DJ, breakdancer, graffiti artist, magical, always mysterious, Specs Wizard! And finally, the pink award, symbolizing universal love. Awarded to the godfather of Northwest hip-hop, worldwide, representing K-Fox Fresh Tracks, KCMU Rap Pack, Bombshells and Videos, the one and only Nasty West Rodriguez!
Why is my got to be a pink heart? No, thank you so much. And again, thank you everybody for being here today. Never in my wildest dreams, I thought I'd be standing up here like 30 years later and still talking to a lot of you. A lot of you have kids now, a lot of you have grandkids. And I gotta say something, in all honesty, I got so many people coming up to me going, "What's up, man? What you been up to? Yo, yo!" And I don't know who they are because they're all grown up now. So if I act like I don't know you, it's because you're grown up and you're not 10 years old or 12 years old or 14, or you're like 45 years old now. You look different. What's up, man? And the one I want to really see is from the 80s.
Oh, man. That's forever. We're going out, dude. Come on, Albion. I know.
Right, so yeah, that's how it's a generational showcase. So we're going to start out with the group representing the 80s. So we need the old school cats who used to break between 1980 and 1989. Let's have you out front here.
What's that?